Hi, this is my first video on React. In this tutorial I am going to create a simple login form, and I hope to do validations and submit those data to the backend. To start with, I'm using create React app module. If you haven't installed that in your machine, you can use the command npm install create react app -g means globally. If you haven't installed, if you don't have npm in your machine, you can install npm node package manager with node. When you install node, you will get the npm. So if you're using Ubuntu or Linux, you have to give the administrative permissions. So add sudo to the front, and it will ask for the password, and it will be installed. So I'm going to create a new app. So I'm going to my folder. Let's see what I have here. I have a folder named channel and React, and here I have a folder named login example. So in here I will clear the screen, and in here I'm going to create a new React app as using the create React app module login example. So the create React app will generate some code for me. The module is currently doing that. Let's see. It will take some time, around 1 to 2 minutes. So in this tutorial I am using Visual Studio Code as my IDE. You can use any other IDE you prefer. So meanwhile the create React app has finished its work. So if we see what we have in here, you can see that another new folder as a login example is created. So I am going inside that in example, and I put this command in my terminal, npm start. So it's starting a development server, and it says opens the Chrome. So this is the basic front end which gives by the create React app. Let's go inside and look the code, and I am going to open the newly created folder. In channel React login example. Okay, so in here we can see several folders: source, public, node modules. In source we can see this app.js and index.js, and a public folder, and node modules, bunch of folders in there. And this is an important part. Here uh, React binds this app element to a element name root. Let's see where is that root element is. Yes, you can find it in this index HTML, and there is a id called root. So this app will be binded into here. So we can actually change this. Let's try that. I will put this as main. If we change that, React says that there is an error, so React cannot find this root ID. So because I changed it here, so I will go to my index.js and change this to main. So we can see that the main page comes out again. So where does this main page comes from? It comes from this app component. The app component comes from the app.js. Let's see that code. Yeah, and there are some bunch of codes. You may wondering what the heck is this. There is a class app extends component, and there is a method called render, and it returns some, seems like HTML. So it returns something, and it has an image h1 and a paragraph, something like that. So let's play with it first, and I'm going to delete this and add new head. So login example. Let's see how this will work in Chrome. Oh yes, it rendered as the login example. So to do a login page, I will need two input fields and a submit button with a form. So I will add two new inputs, input and another one, two input fields with a button named sign in, and input type will be, first one's type will be text. Let's say text. Second one will be type of password. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, two input fields with some button with sign in, and right now this doesn't do anything, and we want to change that behavior. So first I will give some IDs for this. ID equals username and ID equals password. So I can give labels for them. Label for user name is user name. So I will copy this one and paste this in here, and the label for password is password gonna be password. Yeah, so I like some breakings between this username and password, so the code already and too hard to read, so I will add a breaking in here and new line in here, and line in here, and not in here, username, sorry, username, and let's see, yeah, something nicer. So the layout is done, so I will add how to get this user input, how to access these user values in next video.